is EKU on May 10th. This is the PM ceremony, the 1:30 ceremony. This is the main.
seen those all those empty white chairs.
Huh? Oh, she did a sign.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Eastern Kentucky University's Spring 2014 Commencement Exercises. In this ceremony, we honor degree candidates in the College of Health Sciences and the College of Justice and Safety. Please rise for the presentation of the national colors and join Cheyenne Jennings in the singing of our national anthem, and remain standing as the university singers, under the direction of Dr. Richard Waters, perform My Old Kentucky Home.
Color guard, halt. Present colors.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? The sun shines bright on the old Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the people are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by, hard times comes a-knocking at the door. Then my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady, oh, weep no more today. We will sing
Post. Colors. Ready. Post. Colors. Present. Arm. Order. Arm. About. Face. Forward. March.
Thank you, and please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 12th President of Eastern Kentucky University, Dr. Michael Benson.
Good afternoon. Parents, families, and friends, members of the Board of Regents, distinguished guests, faculty, and staff, thank you very much for joining us today to celebrate with our spring graduates this milestone in their lives. In all three ceremonies combined today, we are formally conferring 1,977 bachelor's degrees, 499 master's degrees, 122 associate degrees, 20 specialist degrees, and 3 doctoral degrees for a total of 2,621 degrees. I should also mention that Ms. Cheyenne Jennings is singing the national anthem at all three ceremonies. I think she deserves another huge round of applause. This afternoon's graduates include many who have achieved academic distinction. We're proud of all those who are graduating with honors, but I want to recognize at this time 3 groups in particular. If you would please hold your applause until all 3 groups have been recognized. First, would all those who are graduating this afternoon from our nationally prominent honors program as honor scholars please stand and remain standing. Next, would all those who are graduating summa cum laude with a 3.9 GPA or higher please stand and remain standing. Now, would all those graduates who are members of EKU's highest multidisciplinary honor society, Phi Kappa Phi, also stand? Please join me in honoring these 3 groups of outstanding student scholars. We extend our congratulations as well to all others who are graduating with honors this afternoon. Throughout her 108-year history, Eastern Kentucky University has been known as a school of opportunity, and we will always be proud of this distinction. I am particularly pleased to acknowledge this afternoon the many first-generation college graduates who are earning a degree. This means that neither their parents nor anyone else in any earlier generation was a college graduate. Will all the candidates for degrees who are the first generation in their families to earn a college degree please stand? Thank you. Commencement is also the time we recognize the many others who have contributed to the success of these candidates with resources, encouragement, occasional cajoling, love, and understanding. Now I ask the following to stand as you are presented, and please remain standing so that we may welcome and honor you as a group. First, will the parents of the candidates for graduation please stand? Next, will the spouses of the candidates please stand? Spouses. Maybe the most important group, will the grandparents of the candidates please stand? Finally, will the children and other family members of the candidates please stand? To our graduates, you know that your experience at EKU has been indelibly impacted by a group of committed staff and very dedicated faculty. Will the faculty and staff who have instructed and served these candidates please stand? All faculty and staff. The class of 2014 to degree candidates, will you please join me in showing your appreciation for these very important people in your lives with a generous round of applause. Next, I would like to recognize some special individuals here on the platform, members of the Board of Regents who have joined us this afternoon. I kindly ask each regent to please stand when presented and remain standing. Craig Turner, Chair of the Board from Lexington. Ernie House, Vice Chair of the Board from London. Alan Long from Richmond. Holly Wiedemann from Wilmore. And Faculty Regent Dr. Amy Thiem from Berea. Please join me in greeting these members of our Board of Regents and express to them our appreciation for their service. One of the hallmarks of Eastern Kentucky University is our commitment to teaching excellence. We are indeed blessed with many outstanding faculty members, talented educators who are dedicated to the success of our students. We're seeing the fruits of their efforts here today. The EKU Foundation Professorship is the highest university award an Eastern faculty member can receive. An EKU Foundation professor is recognized as having achieved a truly outstanding performance in the three primary roles as a faculty member: teaching, service, and scholarship. Our EKU Foundation professors for 2014-16 are Dr. Richard Crosby, Professor of Music, and Dr. Kenneth Tennell, Professor of Justice Studies. Dr. Tennell is with us this afternoon, and if he would please stand and be recognized. I should also note our other foundation professors that are with us today. Thank you for being here. Dr. Elizabeth Wachtell, Acting Vice President for Student Success, will now introduce our student speaker. Dr. Wachtell.
Each semester, a member of the graduating class is selected for the honor of presenting a student commencement address. This afternoon, that honor belongs to Amanda Hope Mellon of Ripley, West Virginia. Amanda is graduating magna cum laude with a bachelor's degree in environmental health sciences. Sharing in Amanda's special day today are her parents, Robert and Kelly Mellon, her sister Candace Mellon, her grandmother Nancy Mellon, and her grandfather Frank Mellon and his wife Bernice. I know they are all proud of Amanda, as are we. It is now my pleasure and privilege to introduce the student speaker for this afternoon's commencement program, Amanda Hope Mellon.
President Benson, members of the Board of Regents, faculty and staff, family and friends, and fellow graduates, good afternoon. Today, we stand on a high, high mountain, and it is with great honor that I am able to stand here with you today, representing such a great university and all 2014 spring graduates in this grand celebration. Take a moment to look at the people sitting around you. We are surrounded by the people who encouraged us, who have inspired us to keep going, to never give up, and to never quit on our dreams. I would personally like to thank my parents and my little sister for the many comforting calls during those first homesick weeks of being a freshman, and for supporting me in all of my endeavors. I love you, Mom and Dad. It was your lasting words and imparted values that were with me during the struggles and triumphs. I would also like to thank Dr. Jason Marion, Dr. Gary Brown, Ms. Connie Dirks, and the EHS faculty for their endless support and for assuring me that I can do something big with my life. Most importantly, I am ever grateful for how God has blessed me and watched over me during my time here at EKU. It is humbling and hard to believe that after all of these years, we have finally climbed to the top of this mountain and reached our goal of earning our diploma from this extraordinary place. We have pushed ourselves further than we could have ever imagined, and we now pause, sighing in relief as we look back at the journey, the long journey. For some, the really, really long journey. And we now celebrate the amazing view Eastern Kentucky University has provided. We have reached the summit. Think how far we have come since that first day of college, gazing up at the looming mountain above us. I remember that first day, moving into the dorms, being afraid I would be late to class, thinking I would be all alone at lunch, never knowing if I would make friends. Like mountain climbing, our classes were often hard and painful to endure, especially organic. We all worked hard, not just at school, but at life. Many of us worked our way through college by waiting tables, answering phones at a desk, or being cashiers. We learned to balance school among our jobs and our social lives. We endured through all of those finals, all of the long nights of studying, and we survived the never-ending accumulation of parking tickets. Now, as we glance back at this journey, we will value the climb, the onward hike that got us here, the sometimes arduous adventure that was entirely worthwhile. Remembering those Saturday morning breakfasts at Powell, or those late nights at Dale's Hot Dogs. We will cherish those memories of tailgating at football games, those memories we have of socializing with our friends downtown, those memories of P90X each week at the gym. It is sad that from now on we will have to pay a monthly gym membership unless we plan on gaining the Real World 15. We cherish this special place, this university, our campus beautiful, which has provided us so many open doors to pursue. While today is certainly a day of reminiscing and looking back, it is also a day to look forward. Now that we are soon to be proud alumni of Eastern Kentucky University, we have a duty. We have a tradition to uphold, to show our future workplaces that an Eastern graduate is the best graduate. And as we stand here today, we stand admiring the view from the top of this peak, remembering to continue on as self-starters, persevering, and most importantly, enjoying the journey along the way. Whether it be finding a cure for cancer, joining the uniformed services, or finding a way to pay off the next 10 years of college loans. I encourage you to go and climb the next mountain. So when this ceremony ends and you are bombarded with the question, what are you going to do next? I hope you aim to be happy rather than just aiming to make it through to the next weekend. And whenever you start a journey, I hope you remain ambitious, continuing to persevere, knowing another summit can be reached, a summit that will let you look back at other mountains, mountains ahead and mountains climbed. A summit that will let you look back, seeing this day, seeing this mountain peak, seeing this university standing tall among all other mountains. Keep the drive within you, that drive that allowed us to be here today. Never give up on what gives you purpose in life. Never give up on what brings you happiness, for that is where your greatest and most rewarding journey will come from. In closing, I paraphrase the late Nobel Peace Prize winner and father of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, who eloquently told us, "Upon climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb." We have taken a moment here to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista that surrounds us, to look back on the distance we have come. But we can only rest for a moment, for our long walk is not ended. So today, we commence, never forgetting from where we came. Today, we join the legions of lifelong colonels, marching onward and upward, marching with purpose. The world needs us. Our world needs us. The mountains need us. Today, we begin a new journey together. I will see you at homecoming, and congratulations, class of 2014.
Thank you very much, Amanda. It was a pleasure to meet her family at lunch today, and she's doing a bit of recruiting. Her sister, her brother, and her brother's boyfriend are all coming to Easter in the fall, so we're very excited about that. I now have the distinct privilege of recognizing the recipient of the President's Outstanding Senior Award for 2014. Each academic college, the Office of Student Affairs, and the International Alumni Association nominate individuals for this prestigious award. This award is based on scholarship, leadership, and service to both campus and community. Each recipient receives a well-deserved plaque and a $1,000 stipend. We were richly blessed this year with some outstanding candidates for this prestigious award, but none more deserving than Holly Talby of Lexington, who has clearly excelled in the areas of scholarship, service, and leadership. Holly is graduating this ceremony with a bachelor's degree in public health. Holly, who grew up in Cincinnati, joined the U.S. Army Reserves at age 18 and served our country for more than 12 years, excelling as a combat medic on 2 tours of duty in Iraq and rising to the rank of Sergeant First Class. She attended Bluegrass Community College on a nursing scholarship, but her growing interest in preventative medicine and health education led her to pursue a public health degree at Eastern. She interned at the Lexington VA Hospital with the Health Promotion and Disease Prevention section, and her ultimate career goal is to create a program for veterans that utilizes alternative treatments as opposed to over-reliance on prescription pain medication. Holly has earned Dean's List honors on several occasions and is a member of the Tau Sigma National Honor Society. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the 2014 President's Outstanding Senior Award, Holly Talby. Holly. By the way, it is hot as hell up here, so if you all want to... I'm going to go off script again. This morning, I had a student come through the line and say, Mr. President, there's a company up in Lexington that can help us out. You've got to go buy a big-ass fan. So, we will not be offended if you want to take a layer of clothing off or fan yourself or whatever. So, I didn't mean that seriously, but our keynote speaker this afternoon is a familiar face to many of you, especially if you're from the London area or if you attended Eastern in the mid-1970s. Playing for the legendary Coach Roy Kidd, who is with us here today, Ernie House starred as a 3-year starter at quarterback on some outstanding Colonel football teams. He finished his career in 1977 with more than 4,000 passing yards, 28 touchdowns by air, and 14 more on the ground. He was the OVC Offensive Player of the Year in 1976 and an All-American in 1977, and was voted Offensive MVP by his teammates in 1976 and 77, and was Offensive Team Captain both of those seasons. By any measure, Mr. House is considered one of the top quarterbacks in the school's glorious gridiron history. He was inducted most deservingly into the EKU Athletics Hall of Fame in 2011. After graduating from EKU in 1978 with degrees in chemistry and biology, Mr. House began what has become a highly successful career as an entrepreneur and businessman in his native London. Mr. House has had or still has had involvement in banking, real estate, grocery stores, hotel development, restaurants, and movie theaters. He serves today as president and CEO of Independent Opportunities, which provides services to individuals with mental retardation and developmental disabilities throughout central and southeastern Kentucky. Such is the esteem in which he is held that Mr. House has been appointed by 3 different Kentucky governors to terms on EKU's Board of Regents. He has served alongside 5 EKU presidents and has been involved on 3 presidential search committees at EKU. Appointed to another 6-year term in 2010, he serves the board today as its vice chair. A few years ago, Mr. House and his wife Kim established the Ernestine Porter House Endowed Scholarship Fund in honor of Mr. House's mother, a longtime Laurel County educator. The fund helps Laurel Countyans complete their student teaching responsibilities. He also continues to be actively involved in the London community, serving on numerous boards and foundations and with his church. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce a native son of Eastern Kentucky, distinguished graduate who has brought great honor to his alma mater, and a community servant who gives so selflessly of his own time and talents to others. Please give a warm Colonel welcome to Mr. Ernie House.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction. Graduates, as I gather to share a few moments with you, today I am within 3 months in which I can mark the date in which my relationship with Eastern Kentucky University began. That date was in early August of 1973, and at that time began what has become a 41-year journey with a university that I have grown to dearly love. Gathering here today, I'm sure each one of you graduates could tell a story about your experiences leading up to this moment of graduation. Some of your stories would be full of unique and special things, each with a memory or special event, making that story personal and special. For example, there could have been monumental moments that happened to you along the way that made college life memorable and meaningful. Take the first time your performance or outcome exceeded your own expectations. Others will recall times filled with great humor and laughter, while some can remember a time in their college career in which they either directly or indirectly had to deal with sadness or grief. And then there were times when you might recall the stress and strain as you labored over a difficult test, or you stayed up all night to complete a paper or a special project, while others struggled with issues surrounding childcare or the problems of not having enough money to meet the basic needs for the week. But after all this, the highs and the lows, the near misses, you've made it. We are here today to honor and celebrate your accomplishments. My graduation day was 36 years ago, and I'm going to briefly share with you some of my Eastern experiences. To first learn about those, you need to know a little bit about how I got here. I was very fortunate and blessed to have been raised in a family where obtaining an education was very important. My mother was a distinguished high school educator, one that put a great emphasis on critical thinking and learning. She emphasized reading and stressed to me the importance of being articulate in speech as well as with pen. So for me, the thought of not going to college was never an option. The only thing to discuss would be the choice of which institution I would attend. By the time my junior year in high school rolled around, my parents were starting to see that some additional variables were going to be considered when it came time for me to pick a school. I was starting to have a new title associated with my name, that of student athlete. I had become a pretty good athlete in high school, with football being my main sport. I went through the recruiting process for football, which was much different than what we see today. It was much more low-key. There were no cell phones, no Facebook, no email, Twitter, or fax, no Instagram, no FedEx, ESPN, or internet. There were no all the ways that we access information or communicate. It was not like that. We had regular mail. We had regular landline telephones, and if you lived far enough out in the country, you had a party line. You had an occasional visit from an assistant coach, and you only saw a head coach if they were truly interested in signing you. So after visits to several different schools, it came time in which a decision would have to be made, a decision that would set the course for the rest of my life. I chose Eastern to pursue my college education and to play football for the now legendary Hall of Fame coach, Roy Kidd. I must candidly admit that it took me a couple of years to get my priorities lined out, one being that academics came first and football came second, because during those first 2 years, a third element called downtown Richmond kept getting into my way. But what a great time I was having. The mid-'70s, Richmond was wide open. If you were tall enough to see over the bar and you were breathing, you could get served. The music was great. The atmosphere was always festive. You could go in the Family Dog anytime during the week, a couple of nights a week, and hear the local band Exile play, who later went on to national and international fame. Other popular spots frequented on a regular basis included Jay Sutter's Mill, Pupiazzi's Bar, the Bear and the Bull, Dirty Ernie's, and O'Reilly's. Mix that in with a little football and a very active social life as I was starting to pledge Phi Delta Theta fraternity. And one can see I had very little time left to study. The wake-up call for me came when Coach Kidd called me into his office right before we left for spring break my second year. At this time, I was listed as a fourth-team quarterback. He said he had been reviewing my grades and wanted to make sure that I was aware that since he had been head coach, that there had never been a starting quarterback at Eastern that had just gotten by academically. Up to that point, I had done just enough to get by academically and stay eligible to keep my scholarship in force. Depending on one's faith, a person can hear a sermon and have a spiritual experience that will change their life. That day with Coach Kidd, I had given to me in what is best described as a layman's sermon that forever changed my life academically, personally, athletically, and later professionally. His talk with me that day was not about football, but it was about character, work ethic, leadership, honesty, accountability, and the overall development of me as a person. Now, to this day, I can honestly say that I don't know if he ever really checked my grades or not, but I do know that when I came out of his office that day, that I knew that I would no longer go through life and give a half effort at anything that I was involved in. Coach Kidd had gotten into my head with the express sole purpose of making progressive academic changes, but what he did was give me the tools to get me re-centered as a person so I could become productive and start making strides toward reaching my goals both academically and athletically. Listen to some of these simple, common sense points that really stuck with me, that not only helped me, but these points have been applied and used throughout my adult and professional life. Number one, put in the time and provide great effort in anything that you are doing. Number two, do not take shortcuts or look for an easy way out. Pay your dues. Number three, work with a positive attitude while always expecting positive results. Number four, work for everything you get. You are not entitled. And the common denominator between all four of these is the word work. As a result, this talk with Roy Kidd, the results of this talk, the Roy Kidd magic work, because this not only transformed me as a student, but dramatically transformed me as a football player. Some of my teammates also became beneficiaries of the things Coach Kidd imparted to me as a result of my influence on them. At this time, I would like to just take a moment. Coach Kidd's sitting right down here today. Some of you graduates may have gone through your time here and never seen this man. I'd like for him to stand up and let's recognize him just for a second. Coach Kidd. I have sat on this stage for many years watching graduates pass by and shake the president's hand, and I've often wondered, as I watch you smile, wave, cheer, and sometimes dance, do they really know what awaits them? Because whether you want to admit it or not, when this party's over, your life really begins to change. As graduates today, I'm sure some of you already have lined up your next move, whether that be continuing your education, entering the workforce, or maybe doing some volunteer work, while others possibly have something working, but you just need a break. And some of you are active and looking at some possibilities, but the reality is things don't look too good, so you'll probably just come back to school and work on your grade point, maybe go to graduate school, do something like that. And then there's others that'll just be in free float, as I call it, and just going to take some time off and decide what's your next move going to be. All of these will work as each of us marches to a different drummer. But at the end of the day, the bottom line for each one of us is to be a contributor to this world that we live in. Make your mark and make your life count. This education that you have gotten is going to give you a running start and a heads up on being successful and making a meaningful contribution. To reach your goals, you may need more education and training, but starting today, there is no excuse not to get going and move forward. To all of you, as I close today, I want to charge you with two major themes that are prevalent in my life, and with both, I feel that life can have no true meaning or redeeming value without these being active and present. The first is accountability. By definition, the accountability is the willingness to accept responsibility for one's actions. I personally have found that if a person is going to live a successful life, one has to be willing to accept responsibility for one's actions. One that is, these are involved in everything that we do. We find them in everything that we do in life, at home, at work, in the community. It's a virtue that we have to hold high, and it's just one of our most, has the most redeeming value that we can have, is to have honest accountability. Accountability comes into play in everything that we do and say, in every relationship that we have. Accountability is an absolute must. For me, daily accountability involves dealings with my wife, my children, my friends, business partners, bankers, co-workers, men in my Bible study class, my relationship with God, and the list can go on and on. Accountability is necessary in any place in which any action is taken or decision is made, especially that action of when we speak or write while making a promise or commitment. We are all given an inner voice or conscience that speaks to us. We may have the ability to determine an honest accountability of ourselves. Always live your life with that honest accountability of yourself and your life. The second thing that I think is absolutely critical and important is that it's absolutely important that we give back and help others. In my personal life, I recognize a strong desire to give back not only to those that have helped me along the way, but to those that are less fortunate, to those that are down on their luck as a result of things they cannot control, and to those that are just in need of someone to extend some kindness in their life and to help them through a difficult situation. I work to be one of those people that gives freely and unconditionally, expecting nothing in return except the self-satisfaction that it brings me. I have found in giving and serving that it's not always about the money or the product you give, but more importantly about your time and attention that you give is appreciated and cherished more. Sometimes just taking the time to sit and talk and listen to someone is appreciated and needed more at that moment in time, more than anything that you've done for that person monetarily. So never take for granted that listening, talking, being kind, and showing a genuine interest in someone does not have a value, because it does. A giving heart just does not click on one day and start giving. A giving heart needs to be cultivated and developed. A giving heart is initiated by that inner voice urging you to become involved, or that sense to serve and help someone. In developing your giving heart, you start small by taking small steps at first, and it starts by picking something or someone that you are passionate about. Once identified, you try to learn as much as you can about that organization or person and find out how you can get involved. I will give you 3 examples of needs or programs that are dear to my heart. These are 3 things that I have given to within the last month, just to give you an example. Hunger in Kentucky is very important to me. Habitat for Humanity is a program I support, and I support Eastern Kentucky University. Thank you very much for extending to me the honor to share with you today, and on behalf of myself, Board Chairman Craig Turner, and the remaining members of Eastern Kentucky University, I wish you great success in life and safety wherever your travels in life may take you. Thank you.
Provost Dr. Jana Weiss will now proceed with the formal conferring of degrees on our graduates.
President Benson, the deans and I are pleased to bring the graduates to you. Dean Deborah Whitehouse will join me in presenting the candidates for the graduate and undergraduate degrees from the College of Health Sciences.
Provost Weiss, President Benson, will the candidates for the undergraduate and graduate degrees in the College of Health Sciences please stand and remain standing? President Benson, these candidates have been approved by the faculty, and I present them to you for the conferring of their degrees.
Dean Alan Alt will join me in presenting the candidates for the undergraduate and graduate degrees from the College of Justice and Safety.
Will the candidates for the undergraduate and graduate degrees in the College of Justice and Safety please stand and remain standing? President Benson, these candidates have been approved by the faculty, and I present them to you for the conferring of their degrees.
President Benson, the deans and I present these candidates to you for the conferring of their degrees.
Thank you. Candidates, the long anticipated hour has come. You are here with your family and loved ones looking on. The faculty and officers of the university are gathered in witness and testimony to your conduct and purpose. Therefore, by virtue of the authority granted me by the Board of Regents of Eastern Kentucky University and with the faculty's recommendation, it is now my pleasure to confer upon each of you the appropriate degree, the requirements of which you have fulfilled, and do hereby vest each of you with the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. Your diploma confirmed and acknowledged by the Great Seal of the University. Congratulations. You may please be seated.
Will the honorary faculty advisors please escort the degree candidates to the stage? Professor Stephen Higginbotham will now read the names of the graduates. This is both a solemn and joyous occasion. As names are called, I ask each of you to show the decorum, the dignity of the occasion warrants. In this way, each graduate can receive the recognition he or her deserves. To the graduates, photos are being taken of you on the stage with the president, so please refrain from taking your own photos. Thank you.
The Graduate School, the College of Health Sciences. Master of Public Health. Chinanye Hope Akune. Victoria Lynn Ambergi. Melissa Ann Clore. Christopher John Duckworth. Lori Jane Ernest. Mary Roseberry Malone. Maria Gabrielle Powell. Leonard Allen Preston, Jr. Master of Science. Alyssa Nicole Allen. Alan Lawrence Biting. Lauren Bewley. O'Brien Floyd Bridges. Christopher Jeremiah Cunningham. Dane Michael Yadow Dennis. Kristen M. Dorsey, Andrew Mason Grider, Jose Kalunga, Emmanuel Albalo, Raquel Joanna House, Jonathan D. Huff, Nicholas Tyler Kurtz, Robert Maxwell Lakes, Mark E. Presley, Joshua Franklin Ray, Samara Rose Safrawi, Eugene M. Santos, Jer Bernadette Short, Myra Rose Stockdale, Casey Marie Stull, Matthew Corey Young, Allison Nicole Scobie, Christina A. Bussey, Michaela D. Paris, Kelly M. Strohsnyder, Ann Rhodes Shootlock, Rachel Rieger, Mary Rose Turner, Allison R. Pulliam, Master of Science in Nursing, Jessica Allen, Rajesh Devkota, Jason Dean Elliott, Robin Sean Goff, Davica John Cooper Maddox, Sarah Beth Parman, Carol Ann Price, Kalyan M. Subedi, Aaron R. Barkley, Bart Blankenship, Maria Jacqueline Bort, Jessica Renee Bradley, Alfred B. Buba, Kenneth Edward Cumpston, Lisa R. Esenbach, Gary Dean Folkemer, Tracy Ann Giles, Melanie Claire Hart, Anthony John Horvath, Camilla B. Hull, Marie Catherine Jelinski, Hannah Mae Johnson, Courtney Deanna Lewis, Robert Terry Macias, Daphne Marie Mattingly. William McClanahan. Robert J. McClure. Jeffrey Dale Moore. Zachary Ryan Sherest. Jeffrey Tate Preston. Justin Michael Reffitt. John Mark Salih. Stephen Smith. Stephanie Suzanne Tavares. Jennifer Lee Tilley. Pamela Martha Woody. Joshua Michael Brownlow Yeager. Jennifer Lynn Tran. Rory Jason Wysong. Jonathan David Parley. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we will be delivering a posthumous graduate degree. Shirley Morgan Alexander, Master of Science. Shirley's family is in attendance today, and her husband, Joe Alexander, is accepting her degree today posthumously. The College of Justice and Safety. Bachelor of Science. Hoy Robinette, summa cum laude. William Legg, summa cum laude. Jacob Wright, magna cum laude. Whitmer Lopez. Jesse Cantrell. Andrew Davis. Aaron Hudson. Justin Daly. Sarah Alta Morano. Lakin King. Shelby Thomas cum laude. Taylor Covington. Anne Mackenzie Blair, magna cum laude. Dustin Crane. Christy Jones. Gregory Elswick, magna cum laude. Stephanie Edsel. Richard Turnbull. Garrett Stockdale. Zachary Krutzinger. Robert Hall. Benjamin Williamson. Daniel Gibson. Matthew Bond. Timothy Glass. Thomas Rivera. Chad Burke. Dakota Phelps. Jared Anderson. Cody Sutton, magna cum laude. Gregory Guffey. Hunter Nelson. Merrick Marriott. Eric Bork. Jeannie Sullivan. Joseph Nellis. Autumn Stout. Laura Klitska. Connor Walsh. Zachary Bowling. John Hardin. David Chase. Vincent Forright. Jeffrey Mitchell. Bradley Pope, magna cum laude.
Truax.
Corey Truax. Kayla Anderson. Crystal Davis, magna cum laude. Tony Petrie. Garrett Green. Jessica Van Buren, cum laude. Rachel Rice. Michael Reichert. Tara Dameron, magna cum laude. Michael Mulcahy. Ethan Spencer Payne. Jared Livingood. Sean Denham. Andrew Backus. Karen Boone, cum laude. Chris Miller. Kenneth Hinkle, magna cum laude. Megan Stephanie Nicole Smith. Emily Michael. Thomas Adams. Doherty. Megan Nicole Doherty. Russell Creech Jr. Bridget Miller. Natasha Eggert. Abdullah Al-Shamrani. Musad Al-Muthaybiri. Larry Jackson. Whitney Saylor. Carlene Phillips Mallory, cum laude. Joseph Lyford. Nina Burt, cum laude. Elliot Whitworth, cum laude. Logan Bratcher. Devin Sorrells. Dylan Mann. Christopher Kramer. Alexander Sosa. Alicia Brown. Philip Logsden. William O'Brien. William Lay. Troy Becker. Jessica Richardson, cum laude. Jonathan Ronk. Chase Murdoch, cum laude. Turkey Al-Sari, cum laude. Jennifer Farrell. Justin Arnold, summa cum laude. Stephen Hughes. Parker Shanks. Christina Kakamo, cum laude. James Jones. Jordan Redman. Shannon Fields. John Harder, magna cum laude. Brandon Miller, cum laude. Ben Hundley. Jeffrey Chelf, cum laude. James Spears. Andrew Isaacs. Heather Tincher, cum laude. Jennifer Huff. Robert Breitenstein. Charles Trevelyan. Garrett Walker. Alexandria Wallace. Corey Williams. Francis Hoffman. Forrest Hicks. Danny Lee. David Cole Stanek. William Clay Kaler. Cody Spalding. Jacob Guffey. Jeremy Sims. Alicia Tucker. Clint Leach. Matthew Collins. Dustin Thompson. Wayne White. Travis Turner. Philip Akers. Colby Hickerson. Alex Campbell. Anthony Sora. Christopher Ward, cum laude. Lavarshni Level. Leslie Salmons. Lori DeLapp. John Pfeiffer, cum laude. Heather Hamilton. Rachel Mutters. Terry Sasko. Adam Albrecht. Liam Ray. Ali Baghdadi. Christopher Kirkman. Zachary Hoffman. Joseph Popson. Heath Wilson. Joseph Breeding. John Sawyer. Jeffrey Story, magna cum laude. Justin Madrin. David Walker, cum laude.
Pretty easy there, bud.
David Owens, magna cum laude. Clint Neal. Ryan Olson. Michael Fogg. Garrett Prince. Stephen Hagan. Nicholas Beam. Congratulations. Robert Mathis. Joseph Lyons. Mickey Bowling. Adam Justice, magna cum laude. Lucas Aaron Justice. Corey Davis, cum laude. William Strait. Orlandis Harris Sr. Shaniqua Johnson. Whitney Wadlington Holland. Heather Grimes. Samantha Rosenaw, magna cum laude. Daniel Winkler. Casey Darling. Jeffrey Frederick. Tamer Al-Kutami. Justin Meredith. Heath Castle. Sarah Norton. Chad Furrow. Emily Kinney, magna cum laude. Rebecca Henderson. Jacqueline Main. Alexander Cefalo. Adam Burns. Terry Sublet, cum laude. Hannah Gibson. Salman Al-Khaldi. Ahmad Al-Khaldi. Tarek Al-Mari. Faris Al-Katani. Stacy Ritchie. John Schindelbauer. James Kammer. Andrew Rice. Brent Fulner. Stephen Ettinger. Ethan Manley. Spencer Hall. Kevin Nicholson. Philip Powell. Nathan Marks. Arthur Paul Panderu Jr. Sydney Cameron. Samantha Goes. Alexandra Roberts. Brittany Hampton, cum laude. Suleiman Al-Khaldi. Abdullah Al-Zemam. Muhammad Al-Khaldi. Justin Yeary. Dennis Brumley. Ronald Hornback. Muhammad Al-Khaldi. Abraham Al-Subai. Muhammad Al-Riley. Naif Al-Khaldi. Zimam Al-Khaldi. Khalid Al-Khaldi. Bandar Al-Khaldi. Mahid Al-Subeh. Nuaf Al-Khaldi. Michelle Al-Khaldi. Saeed Al-Khaldi. Michelle Bruner. Laura Heron. Guadalupe Torres. Elliot Tucker. Clark Humble. Sahud Al-Khaldi. Abdullah Al-Khaldi. Carl Holt. Allison Falconer. Kayla Verrett, magna cum laude. Dylan Bain. Whitney Scroggins. William Berger. Mackenzie Helvey. Kevin Hemmelgarn, magna cum laude. Trevor Barnes, cum laude. Brian Wade, cum laude. Melissa Hayes. Nina Glasgow. Jordan Miller. Associate of Arts, Alexander Taylor. Zachary Rice. Associate of Science in Paramedicine, Courtney Leggett. Tiffany Weber. Kevin French. College of Health Sciences. Ready? Bachelor of Arts, Anthony Jordan Shoemaker. James Daniel Foster. Courtney Elise Roberts. Charlotte Marie Hagan. Samantha Nicole Clark. Courtney Danielle Johnson. Christina Lorraine Bossert. Hannah Elizabeth Daniel. David Scott Lanham. Allison Mackenzie Sell. Carlene Michelle McCarter. Sean O'Neill Martin. Amanda Leanne Chasteen. Vanessa Maria Martinez. Sarah Dawson Perkins. Kayla Denise Lindsay. Richard William Hill, cum laude. Leah Ashley Lanehart. Shauna Michelle Hooper. Rhonda Janessa Harrell, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Jones. Jessica Nicole Heron, cum laude. Molly Ray Embry. Megan Nicole Bosley. Richard Cody O'Neill Cravens. Terry Joe Miller. Rachel Marie Flynn. Bree Conley Saunders. Bachelor of Science, Jessica Danielle Ellis, cum laude. Ashley Brooke Deaton. Meredith Elise Lamb. Kyla Nicole Dyer. Kelsey McHale Richardson. Holly G. Bebout Talby. Sean Raphael Collins. Sarah Christina Hyman, magna cum laude. Megan Linmar Hurst. Jordan Taylor Tate. Sarah Elizabeth Lambden. Megan Ray Comer. Kelsey Lee Shegog. Megan Cecile Veach. Samantha K. Hall. Kayla Dawn Miller. Sarah Elizabeth Clancy, summa cum laude. Carrie Janelle Harrison. Kristen Davis Fraunhofer, magna cum laude. Caitlin Stratton Hill. Sarah Elizabeth Wilson. Celia Delphine Williams, cum laude. George Melvin Grissom III. Monique Lachey Boyd. Miranda Faye Snow. Emily Ann Hollins. Brittany Deshay Lindsay. Sanait Fekadi. Valeria Utsoseva. Dustin Michael Heisel. Alicia Ariel Hutt, summa cum laude. Erin Lynn Miller, magna cum laude. Taylor Lynn Massey, summa cum laude. Alyssa Marie Clancy. Stephanie Danielle Sargent, magna cum laude. Brooklyn Ishay Meadows, magna cum laude. Holly Meredith Norris, cum laude. Rebecca Ann Rashi. Alex Ray Hobbs, magna cum laude. Courtney Brianne Harley, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Kahn, cum laude. Larry Jordan Bailey. Jessica Diane Thacker. Bethany Lee Hall. Leanne Michelle Wilkes. Jordan Thomas Barry, cum laude. Courtney Nicole Shelton, cum laude. Justin Andrew Ray. Bradley Allen Cook, cum laude. Whitley Michelle Rose, magna cum laude. Taryn Aquila Brewer, cum laude. Corey Sierra Hacker, summa cum laude. Ariel Nicole Wilson, magna cum laude. Sarah Kaylin Likens. Alyssa Ann Waitsman, summa cum laude. Jessica Nicole Henry, cum laude. Shelby Nicole C., magna cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth McCulley, cum laude. Brianda May Browning, cum laude. Brittany May Thomas. Courtney Faith Ham, summa cum laude. Constance Leanne Irvin, magna cum laude. Ashley C. Jones, cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Hensley, magna cum laude. Andrea Hensley, cum laude. Cody Ray Hecker, magna cum laude. Wilson Tyler Jeffrey, cum laude. Caitlin Marie Adams, cum laude. Emily Marie Duncan, cum laude. Kelsey Ann Newman, summa cum laude. Allison Marie Spurlock. Cortlin Brooke Todd, magna cum laude. Jenny Elizabeth DeAngelis. Gabrielle Renee Kirsch, cum laude. Bobby Lang Feeback. David Logan Carmichael. Amanda Ryan Gutlein, cum laude. Tyler Douglas Pruitt. Danielle Marie Hagedorn, magna cum laude. Mandy Yvonne Walker. Christian Stephen Rigsby. Tyler Hurst Jordan. Michael Nolan Valenzuela. Tracy Snodgrass Jr. Glenn Miller Cozy. Terrius Landon Johnson. Ryan Michael Parsons. Marie Lynette Carpenter. Brooke Nicole Butler. Bernard Reed Brown. Kim Wayne Dance, Jr. Damaris Gibson. Austin Lee Jaggers. Christina Nicole Spenlaw. Jeremy Joseph Stump. Joshua Brian Birch. Carissa Marie Raysinger. Marissa K. Taschenberg, magna cum laude. Derek Lee O'Neill. Shaylin Faith Walters, cum laude. David Michael Mansfield. Brandon Stanley. Christopher Michael Owens. Kyler Lucas Barnett. Kyle Thomas Reese. Sage Alexander Kendall. James Dylan Teague. Austin Lee Fudge. Anthony Curtis Taylor, Jr. Lamar Martise Walker. Stephen Adam Fritz. Mark Ian Fleury. Olivia Nicole Pennington, cum laude. Emily Lynn Stannis. London Renee Warner. Tynesha Shereel Rankins Walton. Kelsey Ray Gadd. Lindsay Renee Oder. Samantha Jo Donahoe. Kristen Nicole Gardner. Rachel Waynette Lee. Bobby R. Sullivan. Meredith Blair Veach. Nicole Ashley Hansen. Jonathan David Oliver Gabbard. Frank Samuel Tyree. Caleb Lee Cobain. Charles Stephen Banks. Devin Holden Blair, magna cum laude. Jonathan Thomas Brock. Michael Patrick Brookins, cum laude. Blake Andrew Manning. Lauren E. France. Emily Renee Land, summa cum laude. William Kenton Murphy, summa cum laude. Casey Taylor Worley, summa cum laude. Mallory Page Garland, magna cum laude. Lee Foster Thomas, summa cum laude. Carrie Lapanza Middleton. Sarah Catherine Wilkie, magna cum laude. Kristen Marler Heil, magna cum laude. Hannah Rose Sprigg, cum laude. David Foster Simpson, summa cum laude. Brandy Gail Ray, magna cum laude. Anna Elizabeth Bowling, magna cum laude. Wesley Jacob Bill, summa cum laude. Cassandra Marie Jones, magna cum laude. Kylie Christine Jones, summa cum laude. Aaron Paul Mans, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Carr. Aaron Brooke Young. Ashley Raquel Doherty. Jessica Nicole Fouts. Colina Shannon Yates. Lindsay Marie Dame. Sarah Louise Nybert. Michael Justin Ross. Morgan Elizabeth Lacey. Elizabeth Lauren Vesio. Krista Marie Kennedy. Tara Heather Carver. Polly Mae Whalen, magna cum laude. Kyle Patrick Miller. Kevin Bradley Morgan. Brandon Shaw Mandigo. Megan Lynn Wernery. James E. Summers. Corey Hinton Hurt. Andrew James Wiley. Kyle Stephen Frizzell. Nicholas Tyler Harover. Sarah J. Osuna, summa cum laude. Nicolette Brooke Catlett. Carly Elizabeth Grogan, cum laude. Caitlin Michelle Halp, magna cum laude. Angela Nicole Miller, magna cum laude. Amber Lynn Dalton. Ilahe Sihukawi Almadari, magna cum laude. Allison Rebecca Cloyd. Laura Page Smith. Kina Charleslina House. Christina D. Long. Brianna Noel Holderbaum. Lindsay K. Kearns. Jennifer Lynn Baker, Kristen Michelle Brown, Amanda Hope Mellon, magna cum laude, Hannah Marie Nichols, Kedra Desiree Long, Elizabeth Ann Berger, summa cum laude, Joshua Davis Kartzinger, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Megan Caitlin Taylor, cum laude, Lakin N. Childress, Luke Ethan Borland, Megan Lee Hayes, Erin Page Ross, Sarah Lynn Leslie, Rachel Baker, Amira Bulyu Basic, Tabitha Elizabeth Mans, Ellen Rose Wilmarth, magna cum laude, Kelsey Ann Calcary, Stacy Nicole Kinkener, cum laude, Cheyenne Christian Crony, cum laude, Catherine Elizabeth Tobasco, magna cum laude, Alicia Cobain, Lori A. Ibarra, Nia Brickell Dial, Jessica Leanne Carpenter, Alyssa Camille Estes, cum laude, Catherine Hope Scholler, Mariah Ray Alyssa Ball, cum laude, Jessica Ashley Napier, Heather Nicole Beard, Catherine Laura Breeden, cum laude, Julie Beth Isaacs, Emma L. Lewis, Candace Paige Preston, Cassandra Brooke Davis, Nicole Marie Faust, cum laude, Natalie Marie Wilkinson, Ashley Brooke Knepfel, Andrea Megan McGahey, Sarah Marie Arnold, Alexis Nicole Abner, cum laude, Jamie Brooke Holt, Lindsay Cheryl Wagner, Kayla Nicole Halpin, Gina Rose Mott, Dana Nicole Merkley, magna cum laude. Janae Rochelle Collins. Ashley Paige Pickle. David Dustin Wilson. Adam Tyler McIntosh. Missy Mum Warner. Shayna Marie Runyon. Natalie Christina Lewis magna cum laude. Natasha Merzlak. Yolanda Marie Lovelace cum laude. Angela Joan Corder. Kimberly K. Young. Jennifer Woodrow. Associate of Applied Sciences. Deidre Carol Davis. Alexandra Paige Dion. Associate of General Studies. Tara November Elam. Kelsey Lauren Robertson. Associate of Science in Nursing. James Timothy Kaup. Chelsea Elizabeth Baxter. Kayla Renee Kirby. Leona Clark. Danny Shea Kemplin. Sarah Reed Osborne. Elizabeth Ann Chapman. Christopher Colin Reynolds. Morgan Kirsten Parrish. Jessica Lynn Wilburn. Charity Kate Weston. Angela Faith Price. Ginger Renee Stinnett. Tara Elaine Helton. Holly Marie Scarborough, with distinction. Chelsea Christine Noble. Catherine Ann Thompson. Kendra L. Brown. Michael Bricker Edwards. Joseph I. Langston, with distinction. Keith Edward Smith, with distinction. Emily Pauline Fuqua. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we will be awarding a posthumous undergraduate degree. Benji Rydale Fish, Bachelor of Science. Benji's family is in attendance today, including his uncle, Philip Blankenship, and mother, Diane Fish. His uncle, Philip Blankenship, is accepting his degree today, posthumously.
Ladies and gentlemen, to put a final postscript on Shirley Alexander, Joe is here with his family today and friends. Shirley came back to school at age 71 to get her master's degree. So to all those grandparents in the audience, we've got master's programs for you. Thank you very much for everyone's participation today. I also want to single out Professor Stephen Higginbotham. That was a lot of names. Stephen, you did a fantastic job. Graduates, the moment for which you have worked so long and hard is now at hand. If you've not already done so, please move your tassels from the right to the left. Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Hudnall will now issue the military oath of office to the following second lieutenants: Dylan Bain, Trevor Barnes, Luke Borland, William Berger, Zachary Kutzinger, Mackenzie Helvey, Kevin Helmgren, Derek O'Neill, Caleb Verrett, and Brian Wade.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the Army of the United States, do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations, lieutenants.
As these second lieutenants are finding their seats, if I could please have all the parents of these newest commissioned officers, as well as all veterans of our armed services, please stand and be recognized today. On behalf of the university, we thank you very, very much for your service. Alumni are so very important in the life of a university, and we are very fortunate at Eastern to have the loyal support of more than 135,000 alumni worldwide. Dr. Tom Martin, President-elect of our International Alumni Association, will now offer words of greeting to our newest alumni.
Thank you, President Benson. This afternoon, graduates, you are joining a very special group of individuals, men and women from all over the world who have brought great honor to this institution by distinguishing themselves in their careers and in their communities. In your time here at Eastern, I hope that in addition to your academic success and the relationships that you have cultivated for a lifetime, that you have learned the importance of service. It is my hope that as you go into your communities, you will give back with acts of service. that you will find opportunities to share with others about your great journey here at EKU, that you will be generous with your time, your talents, and your treasure to your Eastern Kentucky University. That as Horace Mann, one of the key figures in our nation's history who argued successfully for universal public education over 250 years ago, he charged his students to, quote, "Be ashamed to die until you have won some victory for humanity." Now, spring 2014 graduates, please stand. By the virtue of the degree conferred upon you by the faculty and Board of Regents of Eastern Kentucky University, I hereby declare you to be members of the Eastern Kentucky University International Alumni Association with all of the rights and privileges of membership. Congratulations and welcome. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. I'd like to extend to each of the graduates my congratulations and those of my colleagues. You depart this university with our best wishes and most sincere regard. You leave EKU a better place because of your service and achievements. I sincerely hope a bond has been formed between you and this institution. Your diploma is more than just a piece of paper. It is your ticket into the world of educated persons and an invitation to join for life the Eastern Kentucky University family. From this time forward, the name, the traditions, the influence of this university are freely yours, just as your achievements, your successes, and indeed the tenor of your life will reflect forever on EKU. To the class of 2014, you represent an incredibly minuscule portion of the world's population as college graduates. What this diploma does not mean is this, that you are inherently better than anyone else. What it does mean is that you have been granted an amazing opportunity to acquire knowledge and experience. What you do with this knowledge and your education is the ultimate barometer and will be the standard by which your life is judged. And finally, as you consider your academic accomplishment today, please reflect on the words of Mark Twain. He once wrote this: "When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years." So at the conclusion of today's ceremony, I would like each of you to find your mom or dad, or another family member or friend, give them a hug of appreciation, and let them know how pleased you are to how much they've learned while you've been away at Eastern Kentucky University. Now, for one last time, let us recognize with a hearty round of applause the newest graduating class of Eastern Kentucky University. If you all will stand now for the alma mater, led by the University Singers, followed by the Processional. As the Processional begins, please remain standing until the platform party has left the arena floor. Thank you very, very much, and go Eastern.